Cheers.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Love you. Wow, it just doesn't go down the same way.
So funny. We were like, we're not gonna take shots anymore. We wake up feeling like poop.
There we go.
And here we go. Got chamoy all over my microphone.
More chamoy.
So this is episode 3 of More Chamoy. I'm Suzette.
What up, Angel?
Baby.
So I have a bone to pick with both of you because my zipper was down almost the entire last episode, and none of y'all said anything.
No way.
I swear.
I didn't.
It's like towards the end, it's like in the middle, and all the way to the end, my zipper's like wide open. If you go back, you can see it, but nobody said anything.
That's your preview for the OnlyFans.
I'm trying to remember. What were you wearing?
Stupid.
You were wearing like a...
I was wearing a Diamondbacks jersey.
Weren't you wearing a flannel, though?
No, it was just a jersey.
But like around your waist.
No, I was just wearing jeans, a little like tank top, and then a jersey. And this was like...
Yeah, I got
if I had a pajarito, it would have fucking gone out.
That's all.
And been like, hey, Lauren, describe the man you want. That's all.
Oh, well, my bad.
Oh, good. So Angel almost got jumped. You want to tell us about that?
Oh, my God. The most scariest thing happened. So...
This is bad.
I've been temporarily staying with a family member. It's this apartment complex where there is shaded parking and it's reserved. So you pay for the parking. Anyway, there's 2 spots where my cousin's like, park there. No one ever parks there. And parking is a bitch. You cannot find parking. The ones that are not shaded, always taken.
Mm-hmm. I hate that.
So I've been parking in these 2 spots, kind of like just alternating between the 2. And one night, it was like 2 a.m, and actually that was like 2 weeks ago, a Thursday night going into Friday. I'm just hearing this commotion, like these people yelling, and I hear it's the downstairs neighbors because we're on the 2nd floor, and my window happens to face the parking lot. So I just hear like these girls yelling at each other, and then I hear a guy come in, and they're just like dropping just a bunch of cuss words. And she's like, move your fucking car out of my spot. I pay for that shit. And then the downstairs people were like, that ain't our car. And I'm like, oh shit. And she's like, get your Toyota out the... Like, and as soon as she said Toyota, I like threw my covers off. I like ran to the window. I pulled my phone out. It was like recording.
You can kind of see them from the window.
You can kind of see a little bit, yeah, because it's like that dark screen. Mm-hmm. But I was like, I'm going to record it. And I'm like, oh shoot, she's referring to my car. So she thinks the downstairs neighbors...
They're like adamant that it's theirs. Like they're ready to throw hands.
They were ready to throw hands. I don't know how she came at them. I think she probably came like... I don't know if... It was 2 a.m, so I don't know if she knocked on their door, if they were outside, or how...
You think they were drunk?
I think so, maybe. Yeah. It was like an altercation for no reason. Like if it was in my car, I'd be like, it's not my car. Like deal with... Like, bye. Mm-hmm. Well, they're going at it. It's like 2 girls and then the 1 girl and then the guy comes out and they're just dropping curse words left and right. And she's like, I'm going to tow your car. And in my mind, I'm like, you can't tow it. Like the apartments can tow it, but you can't. I'm just like hoping she doesn't vandalize my car. Yeah. So I'm like, do I go out? I was like, I ain't going out. I'm too scared. It's 2 a.m. I have like a white beater. I got some shorts on with no underwear. Like I'm not trying to go outside right now. But
that would have been the right thing to be like, hey, my bad. It's my car. I'll never do it again. Because don't attack them. They have nothing to do with it.
Had I got out, then I would have to go find parking, and there probably was no parking. So I was like, you're SOL. I'm good. I'm gonna stay in your spot for tonight. But then after tonight, whatever. And so towards the end of the altercation, the guy finally, he's like, and if you really want to know whose car it is, it belongs to them upstairs. And he points, and I'm like, oh shit! Close the window. And I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, I'm gonna go back to bed because I can't.
Were you afraid that they were gonna come up and knock on the door?
No, I was texting my cousin, and she's like, I wish a bitch come up here and try me at 2 a.m.
Oh, I love her.
Because she just gave birth to like 2 weeks ago. So we have an infant in the house, and so that was it. It was like a little scary, even though I was like in a secured home. But I'm like, shoot, if she had vandalized my car, at that point I would have walked out. I would have actually gone out there and then been like, hey, I'll move my car. You don't have to kick it. You don't have to do nothing to it. Yeah. But before that's how it ended. But 2 days before that, I had a flat tire. So I think maybe they got slashed.
For sure.
It was like a warning.
Yeah.
Well, how awkward would it have been if Angel during the altercation just comes out and is like, "Hey," just
Hey.
get in the car.
Should be like, "You motherfucker!" And I'm like, "I'm going. Give me a minute."
So do you still park there?
No. I did once this week, but I mean, they did put a note. I left that part out, like a week prior.
So they warned you.
Yeah, there's.
The note said, "This is not your spot. I'm done." That exact like those.
How did you
verbatim.
you just went?
No. Well, they had.
Don't give a fuck.
And the weird part is that they didn't put it on my windshield. They taped it on my windshield. And I'm like, don't put tape. So then I taped
Well, they wanted to make sure it didn't fly away.
Yeah, whatever. So then I taped it off. The light poles. I like grabbed it and I put it on the light pole. I was like, what the fuck? I ignored
Light
it.
pole. I'm done. People walking by, they're all.
I don't know.
Can you guys recall a time your parents really embarrassed you?
Embarrassed me.
I know, baby. Like there was a time your mom walked in on you when you were a teenage boy.
Wasn't even a teenage boy.
That's
Oh my gosh.
no way.
It was just like it happened all so fast. Like I was doing my thing.
Oh no.
He was like discovering things about his body.
Discovery.
You know what I mean? That's like you're at that age where it's like, ooh. And then you're still living at home, obviously.
Obviously.
So you're in your room.
It was weird. I used to do it like in a corner. I don't know why. Like near like the door. Well, even before then, like
All punished.
like you were in
the
timeout.
way I
Like you were like
He's a bad boy.
almost summer here.
Bad boy.
Well, she just opened the door. And I fucking slammed the door in front of her face.
Like
You slammed the
was your
door.
door like right here and you were just like
Yeah, well, I was in the corner, like in the door. Let's say.
oh, you were like by the door. Okay,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
Oh.
And then it popped open, and I just went. Clap.
So she didn't really like see you because you were between the door and the corner.
No, but I mean, just that reaction and
Well,
a
yeah,
mom
I
seeing
mean-
that, like getting the door slammed in her face, she knew.
Yeah, and then I think she had made me lunch that day, and I was like, "You caught me." I straight up told her, I was like, "You caught me." She's like, "What are you talking
How'd
about?"
you say it? In Spanish though, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you slam the door in her face, and what does she say when you do that?
Then she's like, ¿Qué estás haciendo? ¿Qué estás haciendo?
Tries playing it off.
Oh, I tried playing it off. I was like, hold on.
Do you have an embarrassing moment of your mom?
Yes.
I don't have
Oh my
one.
gosh, I have 1,000. I love Maria.
Give us the best one.
Well, there was one time she was picking me up from school, and we saw these two little kids. Like, they were from my school. I think I was a 4th grader, and they were like 5th graders.
Mm-hmm.
But they were like on the sidewalk, ready to scrap. Like, just these random 2 boys. They took off their backpacks, and they're like squaring up. And my mom like, ah!
That was so common seeing that.
Yes, right. It was just
you
like,
were just
whatever.
passive, and I'd be like,
Rolls down the window, and she's like, hey, stop. Go home.
no way.
And I knew, and like I saw them at school all the time. They weren't in my like grade, but I saw them like at recess.
Yeah.
And when my mom did that, I was like, oh my god.
She's like, I'm a police.
Yes. And stop. Go home now. Go home. And they're just like looking at her.
They stopped her all.
But they didn't know what to say. They were just like. And I was like, oh my gosh. They got their backpacks and they're like, became friends again and started walking together.
They
and
were
I was
probably
like,
doing like, what's that, body blow? Like they were, I don't know.
like homie?
Yeah,
Homie
homie
scraps?
scrap.
No, I don't know if that's
Body
like.
blow? The hell is that?
Body blown?
You mean body blocks?
Is that what it's called? Body? Oh, I thought it was body blow. I don't know.
I was playing the wrong game.
Oh, I never played that game. Number 1.
Stupid ass.
I'm playing the wrong game. Let it out. Let it out. It's okay. I'm coming for you.
He's off. Did you win yet?
Did you win yet? What the? Oh my god, this is not what I signed up for. Body blown? Why did I say that?
Maybe.
Body blow? Is it body blow?
I just told you it's body box.
Body box?
Or it's not even, I don't even know.
Look it up.
Or like homie scrap. I don't even know if body box.
I know
is right.
homie scrap is one, but I thought it was like something with body. I don't know.
I don't know. Y'all guys are weird.
I never
Guys are weird for doing that.
engaged in that activity, so
Angel, do you have an embarrassing moment from your
I'm
parents?
trying to think of one. My mom really wasn't like embarrassing.
Your mom's gangster.
She's
Rita's tight.
Rita is tight.
she's gangster.
Shout out to Rita.
Gangsta. Shout out to my mom.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the only what I can remember, and I think she did it purposely to embarrass me, was we were living. I think I was in 4th grade, and Rolero, which is like in Phoenix, that was like the spot. Skating,
Oh, nice.
inside
Like a
skating,
rink?
yeah, like 4-wheel skating. I was totally into that. Like, I love that rhythm skate. So I would go every Friday from 7 to 10. That's what, I could go. She'd drop me off $8. And one time the line was like hella long, and she drops me off, and it's kind of I'm like standing in the back, and I'm just by myself, And as she's pulling, like, you just see a bunch of people, like, it's like school when you're getting dropped off, a bunch of cars.
Yeah.
Like that. And so she's like, "I love you, son. Be safe." Like, she just yells at the car from her
And
driver's seat.
Rita could be loud.
And she has vocal. Like, she
She does.
She has lungs, I should say. And I just remember, like, oh my God. But she was kind of like driving away. So people were just like,
But they still looked.
yeah, they kind of looked, and I was just like going with them, like, who was she talking to? But that was really all. I don't really, she never really embarrassed me.
Yeah.
I
mean, Maria would do that all the time, my mom. But, like Mexican families, you have a bunch of nicknames. Like,
Yeah.
I've got a ton. They call me Gorda because I was, like, chubby when I was growing up. Like, everyone calls me Susie. But my mom would call me Susie Fushi because I didn't like
fuchsia?
showering. Like, I would go days without showering. But we'll be at the store. Excuse me. And Maria would be like, Susie Fushi! Like, across Walmart. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Ma. And I'm like, what? And she's like, I'm in.
Now that you say that, my mom, I could say she has bad road rage. So when I'm in the car with her, she loses her ish. So she'll be honking. Like, she's one, like, she can provoke a fight. And I'll be that person, like,
like mother, like son from The Apartment.
yeah, like,
provoke a fight.
I don't provoke it, though. Like,
I mean, you parked in somebody else's parking
I'll do
spot.
it discreetly. I'm not, like, purposely yelling at you, but she will, like.
Well, dude, back to your mom. She has no filter.
My mom has no filter.
Remember
yeah.
we were stuck in the car, and then out of fucking the blue, so random, she was all, "So Alvaro," she calls me baby sometimes.
Love you, baby.
She's all, "So how did my daughter end up pregnant?" And I was all,
I grabbed my phone and I was up.
and then I chuckled out of nervousness, dude. And then she's in the back seat, and I look at Susie for help, and Susie's just fucking scrolling on her phone. Just
I knew where my mom was going. I was like, I'm not engaging.
Like, do we respond, or you're like,
I'm like, oh god,
Maria.
here we go.
I'll let you know. I was all Friday night, it's 10 o'clock.
He did not say that. He was
What
like,
did you say?
He was like, what do you mean? Like, ¿qué quiere, like, cómo se embarazó? You know what I mean? He was
Yeah.
like so confused by the question. And then she's like, pues, ¿cómo se embarazó mi hija? And,
Like, I didn't know she wanted what
baby looked at me and
position.
he's like, help me.
I was straight up looking for you. I was all, "Can you please help me?" Like, this is your mom. Like, I don't even know. I think I blacked out of how embarrassed I didn't even know what to answer.
Like, baby panicked so much that
I mean-
my mom dropped it. Like, she didn't even.
oh,
like,
there was no like.
she did that
Precursor
precursor. You think
for-
she was just like trying to like
She was
make
just.
you feel?
I think it's because her mom like needs to talk, and I think that moment it just that idea came up, and she's like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna ask."
Let me just ask.
Maria
How
loves
did
to talk. And like, she don't care about making you uncomfortable. My mom, okay, I'm not sexual, but my mom, 1,000%. My mom's a Scorpio, so if you know Scorpios, like, Scorpios
Oh,
are
yeah.
freaky. And when it comes to like sex life, she will tell you every little detail about her love life, and we're like,
Even when you don't ask.
it's unsolicited. She'll bring out her lingerie and she's like, look at this one. Do you have any? And I'm like, God, no. I walk away. She knows. I just can't. I can't talk
Maria's
about that with her.
Yeah.
Even with my sister, like, no one, like, No, I can't.
We
I
love
can't
her
wait.
though.
Yeah, she's fun. She's just always ready to have fun and goof around.
Yeah.
We've
And
kissed.
fight. They have kissed.
Like, I mean, I know what you mean as far as, but maybe people don't know. So maybe you want to like
Tongue
explain
and everything, dude. I'm just kidding. I'm just.
Oh.
No, I think how in Latin
Yeah,
families when
yeah.
you go.
Kiss on the
They
cachete.
made, yeah.
Well, we both went the same way, and that's when we were leaving back home.
Yeah, I was in the
It
car
was
already.
such an
I didn't
awkward
see
ride
this.
home.
Like, he was the last one. I was already in the car. Baby was the last one leaving my mom's house. And so they said bye.
Yeah.
And so baby gets in the car and he's like, yo, your mom told me not to say anything.
What?
But we just kissed in the lips. And I
No.
bust out laughing. And I'm like, what? He's like, we went the same direction and we kissed. And she was afraid that you would get mad about that. So she told me not to tell you. Like, they were already going to have a secret behind me, behind my back.
She's all.
Shady.
Your
She's
mom, Maria. Huh?
She's our little secret. And I was like,
Little secret.
I don't know if I ever brought it up to her.
no, we have.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I have a question.
Yes.
We're gonna switch gears here. What's your least favorite moment as a child, and what's your favorite moment as a child? If you can remember. And when I say child, I'm like going from, I would say kinder, if you can remember that far, up until like 5th grade. Like that's like what, 11?
Oh, okay. Taking it way back, like elementary.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to play the violin like really good in
You're
elementary.
in orchestra?
You did?
No, I don't know. Like our school, I learned guitar for a little bit, but I was really good at violin, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember, I don't know why I joined the talent show. I don't know if I was forced. I feel like I was forced to join the talent show. But I was really good. Like I knew a song really bad. Like it goes. Like
Which
I used to do.
that? That's
I don't know.
You should play the violin
familiar.
for me one day.
Oh, I can't anymore. I don't even know the strings. But anyways, I was on stage, and I just blanked. I was like,
like you stopped playing?
yeah, I didn't know. I totally
You should
froze.
start crumping.
Oh no.
Like
Oh my
remix.
gosh.
Dude, I was so embarrassed. And I thought I was so badass too because I knew how to play that song so good. And
Yeah.
I just froze in the
And then
talent
what'd you
show.
do?
I think it clicked back like after 10 seconds, but I don't know. I kind of like mentally blocked myself from that memory.
Oh, trauma. Block the trauma. It happens.
I have that too, dude. That's your least favorite. What's your favorite memory as a child?
Like I used to like go to, like we used to horseback ride all the time. I used to like not be scared of horseback riding
Where though?
in my dad's ranch
Which is where?
in Mexico.
Oh, nice. That's cool.
Hermosillo or Magdalena?
No, neither of those. Those are like cities. Like the ranch was like in smaller little pueblos.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Well,
Closer
not
to
even
what?
then. Not even in the pueblos. Like we had to like horseback ride like an hour to the ranch.
Oh,
I
damn.
don't even know how those cows survive. I'm like, they all look.
Does your dad
They're
still
all
own
thirsty.
all that?
Yeah,
Is that what he like goes to take care of? When
yeah. That's what he
leaves
goes
to?
every week to go take care of.
But what's like what's it called there? Like what part of the city is it in?
Yeah, we can go if you want.
I've never been on a horse.
Sure. Well, at Swami in the pony,
I didn't do that either.
That shit don't count.
it always smell like shit. They were always taking
Well,
shit
yeah,
right
they're
there.
circling in
horses
their
are
shit.
huge.
Yeah.
So I'm not
I
get scared. I'm
know.
like, ooh.
Well,
Never been
I
on a
wasn't
horse.
scared at first, but I don't know, dude. Like Christopher Reeves fucked me up. Like, you know who that is? He's the old Superman.
Oh.
Cultural swines.
Why did he fall off a horse?
Yeah,
or
he
what?
fell off a horse and he's paralyzed.
But that's why you stopped going to the rancho with your dad.
No, I mean I grew up. I
House
once I got into high
parties.
school, it's all about house parties.
He's never taken you?
Mm-mm.
I mean, you're kind of married. You have a child. You're settled down.
I've never seen his ranchos. I guess he owns like horses that I've never seen.
I used to own a horse.
That
I
I
used to own
technically
this like
own too. Then
What kind of horse did you have?
it was like an all white horse with blue eyes.
Well, that's the description. What kind of type?
Like what kind of like breed?
Yeah.
I don't know, dude.
there's horse breeds.
Yes. There are. I don't know,
that. I
but
don't
they
know
are.
much. I
No,
don't
I mean
know
I
shit.
know there are, but I don't know what they were. It's just
Oh.
horses.
Well, you're not like a. That's not a
His
good
dad
owner.
wishes.
My
he was, like,
dad's
really
a
Dad knows.
cowboy. Look at me, dude. I used to go to the ranch with designs in my head, bro. From the barber shop.
He's like, I'm just.
All the other ranchers would look at me. They're like,
Este morrito
and I would
mocoso.
always be,
Morito,
Este morro-
mocoso, mocoso.
mocoso chamaco travieso.
dude. I would always be so sleepy, and I was like, Dad, let me sleep.
Your poor dad, a true cowboy.
For
And
sure.
you're over
And then
there.
he had you.
I love him.
just,
And you're over there playing video games,
Tryna-
playing beer pong.
cool.
Crazy.
That's sweet.
Well, my favorite childhood memory, I was very kind of alone from that time because I have siblings. I have my sister and my brother that are older than me. And when I was in elementary school, that's when my mom and my dad got divorced. So I spent a lot of time where it was just like me and my mom. She started cleaning houses, like people's houses.
Wow.
And sometimes she cleaned like these rich people's houses, like in North Tucson and like on the east side of Tucson, like far, far, far by the mountains.
Yeah.
And she would take me with her. And like it was always like these like elderly people. And they were so nice. So like I would show up with my mom and they'd be like, oh, eat breakfast with us. So they would serve me like,
Oh, wow.
they would like, it would be literally just a couple in this
A
mansion.
feast.
And they would feast in the, like for breakfast. They would have
Nice.
bowls of fruit,
Nice.
toast, and like eggs and all kinds of stuff. Literally two people, just two like elderly people. And they would sit me down and I would eat with them. And my poor mom, like she was like cleaning the house. But they would,
Susie's all.
but I remember like after that, bye, I get to
breaks.
work. No, but there would be times where like I'd finish eating and then I'd go help my mom and like get under the bed and clean like places she couldn't
Yeah.
get in. Like I was small, so she would like I would help her out.
Yeah.
And it was always her thing. Like she's like, I want you to know what it's like to clean toilets because I want you to graduate school
Aw.
because I don't want you to do this for a living. Like I want
Yeah.
you to know what it's like because I hated it. Obviously, I was like scrubbing the toilet, but there'd be
Wow.
times where, I mean, the house was so big, my mom wouldn't make me help her clean the whole house. I would just sit there and she would bring me like paper and a pencil and I would draw. So I would see like all these statues these houses would have and like just like frames and decor and I would draw everything. So my drawing skills,
That's where it came from.
that's where it came from. It got
Okay.
A1. I was drawing so good because I had so much time. And I would like draw these things that these rich people would be like, can I keep that? Like, can I have that? And so they started keeping a lot of my drawings. And my mom's like, keep some of them, mijita. Like, they're
Yeah.
like really good. And I think my mom has them stored somewhere. She stores
Probably
shit
under the
so
mattress.
good. Yeah, probably under the mattress. But she stores the shit so good that she can't even find it herself. Like, she already
She
forgot
got too
where
much.
she put it.
She's like a hoarder.
Yeah.
She hold on to everything.
Yeah, but that's like one of my like best memories because I remember being like,
I mean, this is switching it up. Suzette actually, my mom paid Suzette. I don't know if she paid you, but or you like offered, but in high school, Suzette was badass. She actually came to my house and she did a mural for my sister's bedroom.
oh yeah.
Both Ivy and Hannah, and she
the
basically designed their names and just did the one whole wall Ivy, one whole wall Hannah, and designed it, and it was just like a freaking mural. And yeah, that was the room.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
how badass
How
you
the
were.
fuck do you forget about that?
A lot I forgot about in my childhood. A lot of block drama.
Yeah.
No, that I did so many drawings for people like in their houses and at school that I just didn't remember that. That's true.
That's
Shout out
crazy.
to your mom shout out to Rita for trusting me to do that.
Yeah,
Drawing
because
your
she
walls.
she always seen that talent in you, and I was like, oh yeah, my friend Suzette does it.
Baby swears he can draw better than me.
Drawing me tonight.
No,
You can't see it, but there's like a baby Yoda up here. That's pretty
Kinda
good.
Looks like
that's
Achilles.
pretty dope.
It
dude.
took me
That's
3
awesome.
months.
So, what's your least favorite?
I've even told this one on the radio too. Me and my mom were out somewhere, and I remember pulling up to our house. We drive into the park, the driveway, and we see our door is like wide open. This is like Christmas time, and my mom immediately starts to panic, and she's like, "Quédate en el carro." She's like, "Get in the car," locks the door, whatever. So she calls the cops, and she's like, "Door's wide open," and they're like, "Do not go inside. Do not
Right,
go inside. Like,
right,
stay in
right.
the car.
Yeah,
Wait for us to arrive." And so it's crazy because like when cops like show up to your house, like they never park like in front of your house. They always park like a couple houses down and they walk. So I remember seeing these two cops walking up to the house. So they go inside, they check out the house, they come back down, they're like, no one's in there. We're gonna walk you guys inside now. And I remember walking into our house and like the entire living room is trashed. It was Christmas time, so you see the Christmas trees like knocked down to the floor. And then you see, I remember my mom had like tons of Christmas presents like under the Christmas tree. And you could see like 3 or 4 just like on the floor and like ripped open. And
Damn.
I remember looking like, oh, what the hell? Like, where are all the Christmas gifts?
How old were you?
I was probably 5th grade. 5th or
Okay.
6th grade. I'm not actually sure like what year it was.
Yeah.
But I remember like being like, damn. And then we keep walk to the kitchen, and all the cabinets are like open. It was like eerie. Like all the cabinets
Yeah.
were open. Shit was like thrown out. You walk to my mom's room. It's like trashed. Her clothes, drawers, everything open. I remember like it was like a really sad Christmas because that had just happened. Like my mom was,
Damn,
That is sad as fucked up.
yeah, my mom and like family members, like my brother and my sister, they were able to like still kind of.
What'd you get that year?
Well, here's the thing. My
What'd you get
brother,
that
I
year?
wanted Dance Dance Revolution. Remember that game where it was like,
oh yeah.
and my brother
Well, you
had
get
balled
it was
out.
like a little, like I think
It
you
was
had
a
to
little
put on
pad.
the
It was like a
floor.
mat.
The pads, yes. And
Oh,
my brother
shoot.
had gotten that. I think my mom and my brother got that for me. Like, I think he got me like the PS2, and then she got me the mats and the game. And they were so excited for me that that was gone. So they ended up getting it again for me so that I wouldn't have a sad Christmas. And like just knowing that, like knowing that they had to purchase it twice, like made me sad. You know what I mean? I was just like, oh.
Yo, fuck.
Damn.
Dance Dance Revolution.
I was all,
10 minutes later, she's like, damn, that sucks.
that's
That was the thing, the pad though, and it had the wire that connected to your whatever
Yeah.
you did.
It was popping.
Jeez. Well, damn, that was deep, dude.
I know, sorry.
I like relate to it in a way
Yeah.
though, you know? For me, my least favorite, there's not one specific moment that I can remember. I would just put it all together. I can say like my entire childhood for me was my least favorite growing up.
Damn.
And
Holy fuck.
I want to start
we're
crying.
not
already.
gonna keep going. He just said that.
No wonder you're ending with the positive.
yeah, I didn't want to start negative. Oh.
Maybe we should.
You're like, yeah, my whole life's been kind of fucked up, but
No, I could. So, I mean, they say you can't remember when you're a child. You can't remember certain things because you're trauma, right?
Yeah, you block it away as a way to like
I
cope.
I cannot remember anything up until I was 8 years old. Beyond that, I don't know anything else. Like I'm literally. You can ask me. Do you remember when you were in kindergarten? Nothing. 3rd grade is where it starts for me. My mom was engaged with a person who was very, masculine,
Machista.
into martial arts. He was, a manly man.
Yeah.
And so in a way, I learned very young to just kind of like I had to please people. I had to please them in a way like I gotta be this certain person, so that way, you like me, you love me, type of thing. And so my whole childhood, it was never about like be yourself, do sports, do this. It was just kind of like do as you're told, and ask permission, and just kind of like like a military status. I want to say,
Yeah,
I had
you were walking on eggshells
a lot,
almost the
all the
entire
time.
time.
My whole childhood, I had to ask if I can like have a soda, if I can have cookies. Like there was no walking into a pantry and just grab what I wanted. Never of that. I had to ask for anything.
Like fear. Like you almost like were living
Yeah,
in fear.
I was living in fear, and I think it affected me still to this day, where I'm still kind of that people pleaser, still trying to like have validation.
Not really, because you go into our pantry so freely.
Well, that was a little different.
you threw away my milk.
Just kidding.
It's different now.
I'm kidding. Sorry.
No, so I would say my whole childhood. I mean, I can't say one specific incident. It's just the entire duration of what I can recall. There was never nothing good about that. I wish I could go back and I could tell myself do something differently. But
Well,
when
you
you're this big, it's like you can't do nothing, right? And it was no shame or no fault to my mom. I think she was also in a relationship where she didn't have a lot of control. So,
She's
her
trying
and
to
I,
figure it
we've
out.
talked and we're really close, and there was a lot of forgiveness and a lot of building from her and I that we got past that. So I held nothing against her for that. So yeah, I think that I could say that was my
Worst memory.
least favorite, my worst memory. I will say though, my best memory, and this is where I really I love it, is being able to go to my cousins on the summer and during the summer.
Oh yes.
I would get to go with them, and shout out to all three of them, Victoria, Valerie, and Junior. During the summer, they would do like these like Kitco camps, like
Yeah.
Jumpstart, whatever you call them. But like I think 2 summers I got to spend with them in their house, and the way they grew up was very different than me. They had siblings. I had no siblings really. I think my youngest sister, she was maybe like 2 or 3.
Yeah, you couldn't really interact with them.
8, 9, and so I got to really like experience life with them. And I mean, we got to go swimming, just those little things.
Yeah,
that's how I can say like we go swimming. I'd be like, hey, can I have some of your like Chips Ahoy? And they're like, Angel, stop asking, just go grab it. And I'm like,
it was so foreign for you.
It was foreign to me, but it was like a way where I was allowed, and I had that freedom to be a kid.
Oh.
And it was no question, and it was no like, what are you doing? Like, don't do this, go clean that, do that. It was just like, you're chill out. You know, it was very on eggshell. So
I didn't know.
I think that was my biggest thing as a child. My most positive, I would say, that I loved hanging out with my cousins and just being with them.
You got me a little teary-eyed.
It was yeah, that was my biggest thing.
But honestly, hanging out with cousins like in the summer was like the best.
Oh, for sure. That was my
best memories.
Best memories, dear to my heart. So yeah, that's my
yeah.
I love them.
Yeah, same. I mean, I spent my summers in Nogales almost every summer since like elementary and middle school. So I love that. But yeah, that's episode 3.
Sorry guys, we weren't that funny, but we're trying to get a little personal.
Yeah.
Get to know us a little better.
It's all right. I mean, a lot of body blows here.
It's a real thing. He doesn't think it is, but I know it is.
I think it
is. But yeah, maybe the way I like did I say it wrong or something? I said body blows.
No, it's like blows to the body.
This fool is going to like.
It just sounds funny. I don't know, but it is a thing.
Yeah, like the homie scrap. That's what.
Yeah.
Homie scrap is a thing.
Okay. Yeah, you can't touch
the
body blows.
It is too.
It's a.
Anyways, that's episode 3.
Guys.
That's it.
Thank you guys.
Bye.
Love you.
It's late.
Peace.